Okay, so a quick video regarding some Promised Neverland news. Now, in case you ain't heard, I made a video a couple weeks ago regarding the fate of the Promised Neverland series, the manga in particular, and that it was essentially entering the climax, or it had hit the climax of the final arc, and it was ending really soon, whatever that means, which it seems as though they don't have a solid date. Opposed to like when Naruto or Bleach ended, how they were like, we got 5 chapters left. It seems as though they're uncertain exactly how many more chapters it's going to take to end it, but I'm guessing within the next couple months, Promised Neverland will definitely be over the manga, and I've seen a lot of controversy surrounding it, to be honest with you, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But let's quickly see what the little information that was released in the latest issue of Jump says regarding what's going on with the future of the Promised Neverland. Something big is apparently happening.
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move.
That's how it be, though. Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 23 mentions that the Promised Neverland is planning a special project for the upcoming ending of the series. Now, for us to say, hey, they're gonna do like what they did with Bleach, a live action as the big special announcement, they already have a live action in production. I've seen a little bit of the screenshots. For the most part, it looks good. I don't know how to feel about the Sister Crone casting, but that's a whole different story in and of itself. But either way, we don't gotta worry about them like saying, hey, live action film, like if we really give a shit about getting a live action as the special treat. So what this special project could be, I mean, season 2 was already announced way back, and you know, with the delays and whatnot, it was supposed to come out in October. They pushed it back to January of next year. So it's not a live action. It's not about season 2 of the anime. What else could it be? A stage play? I mean, a stage play I could give a rat's ass about. We never get those over here in the West anyway, so if it's a stage play, that'll be not special at all. It'd be boring as shit. Like, okay, we're not going to be able to watch it unless we check out clips on YouTube anyway, so who cares about that? So stage play would be very disappointing. Only thing I could think of that would kind of get me excited, and again, I'm not caught up on the manga. Maybe I don't want to be based on what I'm hearing. Again, we'll get to that. Maybe a movie, an anime film, would be a great little treat for, you know, the ending of it. Maybe they're going to do some sort of original film, maybe a backstory film of like, you know, again, I don't know what's been told in the story. I stopped reading around chapter 70 something, I want to say, of the manga, but maybe they could do something like the history of this and like one big anime film, or again, taking place in some events within the story that maybe wasn't explored more. I'm not really sure, but an anime film would be the only thing that I would really consider like, ooh, that's exciting, because otherwise, like, again, live action film, it's already in production. Anime season 2, already in production. A stage play, I wouldn't really give a shit because we're not going to be able to watch it. An anime film would be the only thing that I would say a special project. Curious though what you guys would think would be that special project if it's not going to be any of those. Any ideas? What would you want out of a special project? Now, with all that being said, just quickly, because the Promised Neverland, like I said, it will be ending soon. It's already entered the climax of the final arc. It's probably got a couple more months left, I'm guessing. I've been hearing really horrible things. Like, majority of what I read when I read about the Promised Neverland mangas, majority of people say that it has gone downhill. In fact, a lot of people are backtracking, even though I've heard great things about the Promised Neverland for years and years, even after the serialization of the first arc, which was covered in the first season of the anime. A lot of people say that it just kept going downhill further and further, became a typical shonen, and that it's just downright terrible at this point. I'm really curious for manga readers, without spoilers, is that true? Because that makes me feel really horrible. And it's like, if that's the case, I mean, I read up to like chapter 70 something, which is like, you know, somewhere in the beginning parts of the second arc or whatever. I guess it's the beginning parts, I'm not sure. But that's very disappointing, and that's also probably a discussion for another video of how a lot of shonen series, they start off pretty strong and people love them, and as they go on throughout the years, they get worse and worse. Not all, but a lot of them, and kind of wondering what's up with that. Is it the workload that really tears them down? But again, different discussion for a different video. Promised Neverland manga fans, again, without spoilers, is it really bad? Because that kind of sounds shitty. But that's all I have for this quick one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm from Netherworld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and yeah, look out for a special announcement of a special project for the Promised Neverland. And yeah, it's ending that sounds horrid, according to fans.
Everything good always comes to an end. If you stab me in my back, we can never make amends. Trying to move to acceptance, hard to accept it. Mistakes like mirrors, gotta reflect it. I don't wanna fucking leave, but I gotta leave. Leave the maybes to the crazies. Maybe one day there I go, admitting something in a subtle way. No more copies, leave without a trace.